Hello, my beautiful, amazing Libras. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing your general love reading, the 5 card spread. So, the first card represents you, the second, the other person, the third, the relationship, fourth, the past, and fifth, the future. Okay, so, let's start off and then we'll continue on with a Vampire Oracle, Favole, and then a card from the French tarot deck of Le Tarot Interdit Vampiria. But anyway, let's get started with card number 1, which is for you. High Priestess, my goodness, you can have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements. I mean, especially since the other person could potentially be Scorpio with the Death card, which is one of the cards I pulled for the vampire who literally ended me. But outside of that little fact, the point is the High Priestess has so much knowledge. What I actually see you is you're in a very high knowledgeable position, because, like the High Priestess has her upper book of knowledge, and the upper book of knowledge could, consist of all types of romance, all types of courtships, all types of even past, what do you call them, experiences for that matter. So maybe, you've been through plenty of negative experiences where you pretty much just think, okay, I've learned from the past and stuff like that, so I'm going to be holding, all of this knowledge and all of this past moments close to me because, and pretty much offers a sense of improvement and to look for different types or upcoming love interests, and then you can pretty much put a lot of extra time and effort, or maybe try to avoid certain things where you finally think, okay, it's like, this is how I'm going to start over in a different sense. But maybe you just have so much intelligence, you're very intuitive, loving, caring, supportive individual. And, that is what drew the other person to you as well, because you probably have this very sense of caring, loving, and supportive side to you as well. Well, speak of the death. It is Scorpio energy, so you could currently maybe be with a Scorpio, but the death is a sense of rebirthing. And you know what I'm kind of getting here? If you're in a long-lasting, beautiful, committed relationship, you could be in a very loving, caring, and supportive, like mindset or situation for that matter, because the death is all about rebirthing. And maybe this person who you are currently with, your spouse, your companion, is going through some sense of like rejuvenation or some kind of renewal, but you are just very loving and caring and supportive towards this person, because maybe this person is going through some internal challenges or some rebirthing moments and stuff like that. And here you are with your beautiful book of knowledge, being able to offer guidance and support from your own personal experience, and that'll pretty much contribute to this very beautiful new beginning of the Empress Virgo energy. But either way, but if you're the one who's personally also going through a sense of rebirthing, because you're pretty much learning from the past, or even any kind of relationship, or maybe you're reading books about relationships and stuff like that, maybe that's what's actually helping you head towards this rebirthing moment as well, or this renewal or rejuvenation as well. Because the Empress, beautiful, beautiful Empress Virgo energy, this is all about new beginnings. So for the single ones in this love reading for today, what I'm actually getting is that you're pretty much actually creating this new self, this new abundant individual. And maybe you're doing a lot of self-improvement, self-development, self-creations and stuff like that. You're having probably like some form of makeover here. And this is you living a beautiful relationship in the sense where you're in a beautiful, new beginning, abundance, and all kinds of just, well, maybe, what do you call, maybe, any kind of like, and we'll rebirth things for that matter as well. But anyway, I love this card for the single ones, and even for the ones who are in a relationship, if you're the one who's offering so much love, guidance, and support towards this person, this person will probably eventually, will provide this sense of abundance and maybe stability, or maybe this fertility. Maybe this person might want to have a baby or a child with you someday, or maybe more children, again, depending on everything, and of course. But this is what that card also has for the ones who are in a long-lasting committed relationship as well. Because in the past with the Six of Swords, you were definitely heading off towards a certain direction, or I mean, technically, this could have also already been you and your current loved and spouse. So maybe, you know, you've already been with each other for 20, 30, 40 some years and what have you in other ways. But what I'm just getting is, you know, for the single ones, is you were already heading away towards this rebirthing moment and this new beginnings moment, because, you know, maybe you had to do a lot of like self-development, self-improvement. Maybe you had to overcome some challenges and obstacles for that matter as well. But either way, you know, it's like it's very good, you know, to have any sense of movement and development, you know, nonetheless. But of course, you know, it's like maybe you already went on beautiful honeymoons with your current spouse in the past as well. And now, you know, you guys could definitely be heading towards this rebirthing moment of having a child or a baby someday soon. In the future, you get the world. So what I'm actually getting for also the single Libras in this world is that, you know, you've done enough, you know, like self-improvement. You've pretty much created this new sense of self, of whoever you are, stuff like that. You probably, you know, did some kind of makeover. Maybe you know, you entered into the academics again, got a job. Maybe you will, yeah, got a new haircut, or maybe you lost or gained weight, whatever it may be, and now you are ready to head out back into this world. Now, I find that wonderful, amazing, fabulous work, because the thing is, you know, this is this new you. Because, you know, first this was you heading away from the world of thinking I need to actually do a bit of a makeover for myself, but now I'm ready to actually shine bright. Wonderful. I like that. But of course, for the ones who are in a long-lasting committed relationship, you know, you could all definitely be just heading out into this world and this new beginning, or you could be, you know, celebrating this new abundant or fertility moment in the future as well by going out into the world. Of course, you could also be meeting an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo for that matter. Or maybe you do have, you know, Scorpio placements, because the world is also a Scorpio card as well. The Oracle wants to add ancient ancestry, Egypt, and magical inheritance. Now, you could, of course, be somebody of Egyptian background. Maybe your current spouse or loved one, whoever you have your eyes on, is of Egyptian background. But what this ancient is all about is also having ancient knowledge, having an old soul mentality, in the sense where you think, okay, you know, it's like sometimes, you know, doing a lot of self-improvement and self-development is pretty much going to be enhancing my chances of confidence as well, of wanting to get out into this world. But of course, you could also, you know, have, you know, really good ancestry. Maybe you're getting a magical inheritance and stuff like that. Maybe that's what this Empress is all about, is this new beginning and abundance as well. Maybe, well, you could definitely be, you know, getting some magical inheritance. But either way, you know, what I actually just see here is that you're pretty much just using, you know, some ancient, beautiful wisdom that's going to be, benefiting you on so many levels and stuff like that. But I see so much confidence and so much, yeah, this newness of you, you know, heading out into this world. Love that. Okay, let's see what Favoli wants to add. Ooh, the King of Butterflies. Who also got the King of Butterflies? It was either Aries or Taurus for that matter. Maybe you do have Aries or Taurus placements, but the King of Butterflies has this excellent, determined strategy. You are using some logical, ancient wisdom to be enhancing, you know, the practicality of entering out into this world with this new confidence, this new beginning for my beautiful Libras, because this is some beautiful ancient knowledge that you're going to be carrying along with you in your beautiful book, because you've had this beautiful rebirthing, rejuvenating, you know, moment in your life, and now you're in an abundant situation because you are going to be keeping up this grand, excellent plan. My goodness, I really don't want to stop it. I'm going to have to finish off with what the French Tarot deck wants to finish off with. Commandant de Pieux. Queen of Wands. Oh my goodness, that is what I'm talking about. So what the Queen of Wands, in other words, is saying is that you're going to be incredibly bold, courageous, and strong in the future. Of course, you could have Leo placements. This could also be taking place during Leo season between July 23rd and August 22nd. But either way, you know, it's like I just see so much, yeah, this real ground, strong, confident Libra just ending, entering into this world because you put a lot of time and effort onto this real beautiful self-development, this rejuvenating, rebirthing moment in your life. So, but now you're going to come across as being this very strong, bold, and very, yeah, just this very strong individual. Wow. And of course, I'm definitely never surprised by anybody who, goes through this entire process. But of course, your current spouse or loved one could definitely also be a Leo for that matter. Maybe you're going to be heading towards Leo, or you could also have Leo placements. But either way, that is what I have for your love reading for today. Thank you so much for joining me, my beloved, amazing Libra. I'm going to have to leave it at this for now, but if this reading resonated for you, please feel free to join and subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you all for joining me and subscribing. I love you guys incredibly. Again, thank you for watching my channel. In a few days, I'm going back to general reading, so for now, I'm just doing love and general. But if you want a personal reading, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, post a little discussion box below that you want a personal reading from me, and I'll respond to you with my email. Other than that, I want to thank you again so much for joining me. I love you guys incredibly.